play number 10, series number 1 here. As you can see, I'm in the I formation. I have called an ISO. I am actually going to audible out of that. And we'll go ahead and go through my thought process of why I do that. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here. As you can see, he is in a 4-3 under in this case, meaning his linebackers, instead of being shifted over to this side to where he has his Sam here, and this would be the Mike, and that would be the Will, he's got him shifted the other way now. So now he has his Will here, his Mike here, and his Sam stacked up. So he basically has almost a 4-4 look if we brought the safety down here. Now, I'm running the ISO, or like I said, I had called ISO. And as you can see, there's really not much of a bubble there. There is right here. That's the biggest bubble. But we have a stack look here. So my fullback would have to come to this tiny hole to make this block, which is possible. It happens, and but success-wise, it's just not as likely. Plus, we have basically a stack backer look here. Yeah, he's a little more lined up over the guard, but he's in a good enough position to where this guard shouldn't be able to get to him. And even if we get a reach block here, there's no guarantee my center can get to him either. So it's just very unlikely to have too much success in this play with these two backers having the ability to roam free in there. So I end up audibling into a stretch to the strong side, and well, you can see why right off the bat. I think with it being the under 4-3 under instead of the over, there's no backer out here. There's no force player, and this defensive end is on an inside shade or a 6-eye technique over my tight end, which gives him great leverage here. So now he has that outside shoulder nice and free, and we get the reach block here, and we can work next level. And with my fullback coming out here, he should be able to pick up the safety, and I should be able to get up in here or bounce it out if I have to for a touchdown. There's just there's not as much force here. I'm trusting Bryant here to make his block, and hopefully we get him blocked by the fullback. I really, to me, that's the best decision to go to here. As you can see, we'll go ahead and go a little further. There we go. So there's a stretch. So really, no real bubble to speak of. There's a tiny one here, but just it's not good enough really to run the ISO. I might run that if I was down on like the 1-yard line, and I had plenty of downs to play with, and then just see if I can't, let my big boys push their big boys around. So let's run through this though, and we'll see what happens. So boom, we get the good blocks there. You see we get great movement here, great movement there, and it looks like they're in good position to cut off the backers in this case. My fullback looks like he has a great angle to come get that safety. Go a little further. Everything is perfect. Everything is done exactly how I want it. So now I make the decision to cut up right there. Obviously I only need a couple yards. So it's just great blocking. Turn up in there. Boom. Touchdown. Awesome. Great blocking on that case. I can't say enough about that. That was really textbook blocking for a stretch. Everybody gets great movement there. Look at my tight end there. Look at Witten. He does a heck of a job. Let's see if we can't zoom in on him a little bit here. Heck of a job working next level. As you can see, the more I zoom in, obviously it's going to degrade it a little bit, or a lot actually. But see that? Comes off the block great right there. We're still getting movement. Look, we're driving these guys back in the end zone, which is awesome. And he does his job just enough for me to be able to scoot in there. So, grade-wise, obviously play success is 1. Decision making is a 1. And big play, obviously in this case it's not a big play. It's 4 yards, so that's not huge. But we get the touchdown, so that's the point too. So this is a 3-point play for me. And we'll get into the entire drive grade here in a minute. It's not, I think this is going to be one of those drives that isn't indicative of the actual success of the drive. I got the touchdown. That's the best success you can have on a drive. But I had a lot of plays where my decision making, even though I had play success, the decision making wasn't so great. So I think that's going to bring my grade point average down a little bit, at least on this drive. And we'll get into that here in a second. Okay guys, the final grade here for the series number 1. It actually comes out a lot better than I thought.
I told you guys I didn't think this would be indicative of the success on it, but I can't tend to forget that the bonus points help out. So we'll go ahead and go through the points grades for each play, and then get to the final, as you can see right there. So play number 1 is a 1-point play. Play 2 is a 2-point play. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all 1-point plays. Play 7 was a 3-point play. Play 8 a 1. Play 9 a 2. And play 10 was a 3. So I get that extra bonus there as well. So when you actually add it all up, it adds up to 16 out of 20. Not bad. Actually ends up being an 80%. So that is actually a very good score for this. For leading to the touchdown. So I would imagine if you're getting anywhere from 80, usually about 85, but even 80% and above, you're going to end up with points at the very least, if not a touchdown. So again, so far the grade system is actually working out pretty well as far as with the extra bonus points added and all that stuff. It's seeming pretty indicative of the success, for at least for the drive, and in that last game it was very, very accurate, I thought. So I'm going to keep going with this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hope you guys are learning from this, and if you are, like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day, great night. God bless.